Hello friends, today I'm going to show you how to merge your Minecraft Java worlds while keeping their respective nethers intact and perfectly synced up with your Overworld portals. Right now, I'm in a world that I created for another series that I have, the Large Biomes Exploration series. If you want to see how this all came to be, you're going to want to check out that series. I've put a lot of work into this world, and I've been merging all of my previous worlds into one massive interconnected universe. Not only does this clean up the list of available worlds, but it also allows me to seamlessly link them in both the Overworld and the Nether. So let's go ahead and get started. First thing we're going to want to do is go to creative mode, so that way we can work without getting any types of interruptions. And we may want to switch to peaceful mode as well. So to do that, we're going to go ahead and type in the command game mode creative, and then we'll type in difficulty peaceful. Now, if for some reason this doesn't work, it's because you don't have commands enabled. So all you got to do is just click the escape key and go over here to open the LAN, and you're going to want to turn this on, allow commands on. Clicking this game mode here doesn't make any difference, but go ahead and click on Start LAN World here on the bottom, and then you can go ahead and type in your commands. Okay, now let's load up the world we want to merge to. The first thing you'll need is MCA Selector. If you don't have it, I highly recommend downloading it. You'll go over here to the one that says GitHub. This is the official place to get it. Go and just click that. And if you scroll down, you'll see some information about it, the versions that it supports. And right here, you're going to click the one that applies to you. So for me, it's Windows Installer. You just go ahead and click it, it'll download, and then you just install it where you want. Once you got it installed, you're good to go. Now, let's load up the world we want to merge to. Open MCA Selector, and we're going to navigate to File, and then Open World. Now this is going to go ahead and open up your saves. If for some reason it doesn't, what you're going to want to do is go to your .minecraft, which is in your user data, app data, roaming folder. So here's a tip. If you access this folder a lot, which I do, I would consider creating a shortcut. That'll save you a lot of time and hassle. So we're going to go over here to saves, and you're going to want to copy this folder, which you can see I've done that right here. Just copy the whole thing. That way you've got everything covered, you've got everything backed up. That way, in case something goes wrong, you've got all of your worlds safe and sound. So we're going to go ahead and open up the saves folder, and you're going to select the world that you're merging into, your destination world, or your main world. In my case, it's this one right here, Family All Biomes. This is a LAN world that my family and I played all the way back in version 1.8 when we started playing Minecraft. Now you don't need to open this folder, just select it and then click Select Folder. Now this pop-up is going to show, it's going to ask you select a dimension. The name of your world or overworld is on the top, and then you've got dim-1 for your nether, and then there's going to be another option for the end. Now I've never went to the end, so that's not going to show up here, and as far as the tutorial, we'll do that on some other video. So go ahead and click on your overworld, click OK, and boom, here it is. So I'm going to zoom out. You can do that with your mouse scroller. Now as far as moving around in the world, you can use the arrow keys. Now you may have noticed that I have already merged several of my other worlds here. Some of them are off screen, but you can navigate using these arrow keys, or by going to View, Go To, and then you would put in the X and Z coordinates. So now, we're going to want to choose a location. You don't want your worlds too close together. You'll notice that I have these spread out. Remember, 1 block in the Nether equals 8 blocks in the Overworld. If they're too close, your Nether dimensions are going to overlap and things are going to get kind of messy. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the Nether as far as my merged worlds are concerned. So we're going to go ahead and click on File, Open Dimension, and Dim-1. And here are my separate Nethers. You'll notice that they're much closer together compared to the overworlds. You'll want to keep this in mind when choosing a location for the new world. Okay, now back in the overworld view, I'm going to scroll around X 20,000 to Z negative 15,000. This is going to be far enough to avoid overlap, but still connected by terrain. You don't necessarily need to go that far, but just make sure your worlds have some breathing room. Now, as you drag your mouse, if you look in the lower left, you're going to see the coordinates. So I'm just going to move a little bit here until I get to 20,000, right around here. So I'm just going to go ahead. Well, I might want to bring it down a little bit, maybe somewhere around this area here, but 25,000 and negative 13,000 right in this area here. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to open MCA Selector again in a new window. Okay, and here it is. So you can just kind of resize that here. If you've got 2 monitors, it works even better. Now what we're going to do is we're going to load the world that we want to export from using the same steps as before. File, Open World, and then right here we want to click on this one. This is my exploration series, so click on that, click Select Folder. We want to have the Overworld selected, click OK, and here it is. And if we zoom in, you'll see here's my main base right here. And I've done quite a bit on this world. I mean, not a lot, but I put some work into it, and I don't want to lose it. I'd like to have it merged into my main world. Now, this is how we're going to select. You're going to select the chunks you wish to export by left-clicking and dragging your mouse. Just like this. Now, right-clicking will deselect it. Now you can zoom in for more precision if you want to, and you'll see that you've got smaller boxes here that you can select. But for simplicity, I'm going to select the entire area. We're going to go over here to Selection and then Copy Chunks, or Control-C. Alright, now we're going to go back to the Destination Worlds window, and we're going to click Selection, Paste Chunks, or Control-V, and here it is. Now you can drag this around, so if you need to fine-tune this, maybe move it away a little further or a little closer, you can do that. But once you're happy of where it is, go ahead and paste it, and then click OK, and boom, there it is. Now before we jump back into the game, we're going to want to write down the coordinates of the base. So let's go ahead and zoom in. Here's the base right here, and let's go ahead and go with a spot like right around here. So for me, that is 25586 negative 14857. Alright, let's go ahead and fire up Minecraft and let's check out the results. So as you can see here, I got quite a few worlds. I actually got more than these. This one right here is the Family All Biome, so I'm going to go ahead and start that. Alright, and this is one of the imported worlds. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to teleport. As you can see, the command is not working because the world that I'm importing to did not have cheats on originally. We'll need to go to Escape, Open LAN, turn on the commands, Start LAN World, and boom, I can go ahead and teleport. So it's 25584. We'll do a height of 100, negative 14857. Boom! Here it is. All my chests, everything is here. We'll just double check. There are my beds. I can go underneath here. See, everything is here. All right, we're going to want to go to the Nether. Keep in mind that your Nether, or my Nether, is not imported yet. Okay, so this right here is not my original Nether. This is a newly generated version. So as you can see here, what we're going to want to do is write down the coordinates. So we're going to click F3 and we're going to write those coordinates down. So it's 3180 negative 1846. So this is where you're going to want to copy the correct chunk to, is to these coordinates, and I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's go ahead and go back to the overworld and we'll go ahead and exit out of the game. And for some odd reason that I don't understand why, this is not taking me to where my actual portal is supposed to be. That means we're going to have to figure it out. We're going to have to manually place a portal. Alright, so let's go ahead and write down the coordinates where we're standing at right now. It's 25578 negative 14869. We're going to want to divide those by 8 so that way we can get the actual coordinates in the Nether in order to build a portal to sync it up with. And we'll test it out and make sure it works. Okay, so the coordinates need to be 3197 negative 1859. That's where the connecting portal should be in this world. And right now we're at 3181 negative 1845. So it's put us off a little bit. We're going to need to find the correct coordinates. Now we can, since we're in creative mode, and that's why I was suggesting going to creative mode, let's just go ahead and teleport to the coordinates. 3197 negative 1859. Okay, so it looks like we're in something and I can't break blocks. Oh, here we go. For some reason, this is why it did not create a portal. Well, there's nothing, I mean, I guess it would create a portal in a room, but for some reason I didn't want to do that here. But this is where we need to put a... Okay. Oh, that might have something to do with it. This is why you're going to want to be in creative, so that way you can just go ahead and get the blocks that you need. So let's go ahead, we're just going to get obsidian, and we'll go ahead and build a portal here. Now, theoretically, this should link us right back up to our portal at the base. Let's find out. There we go. It worked. So, 3197 minus 1859, that is the coordinates that we need to keep in mind. So let's go ahead and exit out, and we'll go back to MCA Selector. Okay, here we are. Now, let's not get confused. You want to make sure that you're in your main world, the one that you're importing to. This is it right here. So this is the one that we're at. Now we're going to want to go ahead and bring up the Nether. So File, Open Dimension, and select dim-1. And here it is. So it generated in two spots because, well, the portal was in a different spot, so you can see how it did that. So no problem. We're going to go ahead and highlight this, and you're going to go Selection, and then delete selected chunks, or Control D. Click OK. And boom, it's gone. Now, let's go ahead and bring up the other window. Okay, so this is the original world. We're going to go ahead and right-click and just unselect that. Now, we're going to go to Open Dimension, dim-1. Now, this is the Nether that I want to copy, but we want to make sure that we get this precisely in the right spot. Otherwise, it's not going to connect correctly. Okay, so we're not going to do anything with this yet because we're going to want to know what chunk our original portal is at. So let's go ahead and load Minecraft back up, and we'll go into that world. Okay, so this is the original world. This is not the main world. This is the original one. All right, let's go ahead and go into the Nether. Yes, I got this blocked off. There's a reason why I have it blocked off. Just going to go ahead and break that. So you can see this is what it should look like. And I've already got a rail system. I mean, I spent some time, you know, carving out, and I've gone to a couple of places and put nether portals there. So I don't want to lose this. I put a lot of work into it. In survival mode, not in creative. Alright, we'll just check the chest here. You'll notice that I have stuff in it. Alright. If we pull up the coordinates, it's -12, 16. So let's go ahead and write that down. Alright. Okay, we're going to go ahead and exit and go back to MCA Selector. Okay, here's the Nether that we want to copy. Now remember we said -12, 16. Let's go ahead, we're going to zoom in all the way here. And we're going to go ahead and click on Go To, and then type in -12. 16. And it should be right here in the middle. So let's zoom in a little bit and let's look at the coordinates in the lower left. And we'll hover the mouse until we see -12, 16. Oh, looks like it's a little bit... Okay, it's in the next one over here. Let's go down. Oh, okay. So it looks like it's right... It's a little... Okay, it's basically right here. So you've got your mouse on it. Go ahead and click it. This is what we're going to want to copy. We're going to be doing more, but you want to start with this one here. All right, so go ahead and click copy, and let's go back over to the other window. Okay, now you don't want to paste it here. If you paste it here, the Nether is going to be too far away. Remember, it's 8 blocks for every 1 block in the overworld. So the Nether portal needs to go to 3197 -81859. Okay, we had to get those coordinates because it didn't place the portal correctly the first time. So it's right there. So we're going to want to paste that one chunk in this spot. Or actually, we're going to want to maybe get it a little bit close. I'll show you what I mean. Okay. Now, if it wasn't there, I mean, we're going to have to move this around, and I'll show you why. Okay, so over here on the left is the original world. Over here on the right is going to be the main world that we're copying to. So this is why I'm saying this gets a little tricky. So you may have to watch this a few times just to get it. Now, let's find out where that portal was again. Okay, it's in this chunk, right? So it was -12, 16. That means that the portal is up here on the top of the chunk. Now, if you remember over here, in the main world, 3197 -859 is over here towards the bottom. So let's cross our fingers and hope this works. We're going to go ahead and click paste, and we're going to paste it in. Now this is only this one chunk. Now we want to test this before we copy the rest in here. Hopefully this works. Let's find out. And unfortunately, it did not work. But let's go ahead and let's go to spectator mode and let's just find out where my portal is. It should be really close. There's a torch down there. Okay, so it looks like I may not have clicked the right chunk. So we copied the chunk, but it was not the one with the portal. Oh, actually, no, it cut it off. This is where the portal should be. But you'll notice that we selected the wrong chunk. So we're going to need to go back and try it again. But from what we can see, that's the new portal right there. My old portal's there. So if I get the right chunk selected, they should connect up. We shouldn't have that one. The portal is where that wall is at. That means it's on the other side of this chunk. So we need to copy the correct chunk and put it right here. So yeah, it's supposed to be right in here. So do you remember how we came out? So the portal is literally like right here. It's in the other chunk. So we selected the wrong chunk. If we select the correct chunk and copy it here, then we should be okay. So let's go ahead and do that. So you can see over here on the left, this is the one that we selected, right? So the portal is up here. It's cut off. So we need to select the one above it. That's the one we're going to copy. So I'm going to do Control-C on that. Now, over here on the right, this is going to be the main world that we're copying to. Let's go ahead and just clear the cache on this. There we go. So there's the generated Nether. And we'll just go ahead and select that, and we will delete it. Nope, looks like it deleted, or it did something else here. Let's just select that there. I just want to make sure that it's absolutely clean. All right. Let's go back to that 32081862. Somewhere in here. All right. 32081862. Okay. This is the chunk that we want to copy to. This should be the correct chunk. All right, let's go ahead and test it out. Just to show you that we're on the main world. If you remember, I don't have cheats on this one, so it's not letting me type in cheats. All right, let's go ahead and give it a try. Hopefully it works. Okay, this is my portal, but you notice that the rest of it is gone. That's because we didn't copy those chunks. But from, you can see with the torches on the side and this right here, the portal is linked up correctly. So we do have it correct. So let's go ahead and we'll go back through here. Okay, so the portal links up, but now we need to get the rest of the Nether copied. So that's what we're going to work on right now. What we're going to do is I'm going to delete stuff around it so I know that this chunk is ours. So let's go ahead and delete this, all this stuff here. This is all going to be all the newly generated stuff. We'll keep this right in the center. Okay, we know that this is the chunk that we want to keep. Let's go ahead and select, delete. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and delete the rest of this stuff here. There we go. Now we're going to copy in the rest of our nether. Now I can't see what the network is or anything, so the best thing to do is just go ahead and just copy the whole thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. There is an invert here, but this is going to select everything, and I don't really want to do that. It might work, it may not, but let's just do it this way. I've noticed that this works for me. I'm going to click these two here on the opposite corners. Then I'm going to deselect that one. Alright, so but I'm going to want to do more. I just want to unselect the one that's got the one that we copied, and you'll see why. Now, let's go ahead and select the rest of it. There we go. Now, we're going to copy. We're going to come over here to the destination world. This is going to be the main world. And we're going to paste. Now, do you see the hole? Now we just line it up right there. Just make sure that it doesn't overlap anything. Looks good. Paste it again. Voila. Now, let's go ahead and load up and let's see what we got. Just to confirm, you'll see I can't teleport. I don't know what these villagers are doing. There it is. It worked. Now the question is, did the other portals link up? This is where I'm saying that it's not entirely foolproof. But let's go ahead and let's see. The one I'm going to should lead to a village, because that's where those villagers came from. I moved them. And here it is. I put those there to keep the villagers from going right back in. They were doing that. Ah, yes. Great. That one did actually link up. Good. I have one more portal. You can see I navigated all over the place to try to... Ah, okay, so there's the one village over there. Let's see if this synced up. Okay. Well, it definitely did. I do have one other portal. I just misplaced it. Okay, so with everything that I've shown you, most everything has worked for me, with the exception of one case where one portal synced up, but the portal on the other side of my transportation network did not sync up. But it wasn't too big of a deal. I can just update it. What is this? The three amigos back there? Yeah, let's go to peaceful. Just get rid of them. Leave these poor villagers alone. This is a nice sized village, though. You can see that I was trying to protect it. But yeah, as you've seen before, even if you can't get it to sync up correctly and it's close, you can at least adjust your network and hook it up. But at least you won't lose all the work that you've done. You may need to make some, accommodations, but at least it won't be too much. But anyways, I hope that helps you out. So other than that, everything did actually work. As far as the other portal that I'm not sure where is at, well, I'll figure that out on my own. But these two other portals worked, so I'm sure the other one will work as well. So I hope this tutorial helps you out. I know it was a little long. It wasn't exactly perfect, but with the problems that you saw me have, I'm sure something like that is going to happen to you, and you're going to see what I did to try to troubleshoot and figure it out. And that's just kind of what you're going to have to do if you come across. Sometimes it'll work just fine for you, and then other times, yeah, you may need to adjust a little bit. Sometimes it's just trial and error. But at least, for the most part, we were kind of close until we finally got it. So don't give up. You should be able to get at least one of your portals synced up, even if the other one does not. But again, you're not going to lose your entire network. If you have to accommodate and adjust your network for the new portal, then that's all there needs to do. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this helps you out. And if you want some more cool Minecraft tips, consider subscribing, because I've got other types of shows here on the channel that you might like, and I'll be working on some more tutorials as well. Your support does mean a lot to me. Thanks for watching, and have a killer awesome day.